If you want to enthrall your customers, how on earth are you going to do that unless you have a team of people who are, proud of what they do and trust each other and take care and want to grow as people? You can't. That's everything. If you don't believe that, you don't believe anything. I mean, it's fundamental. We've always put it first. We haven't always achieved it, and very often we don't. But my goodness gracious, it's first, number one.
So how do you find it?
How? You don't. You build it. You build it. There's 1,000 Lego pieces. I remember years ago when we had leftovers in Pret and Manger number 1 or 2, we were traumatized by what do you do with 50 sandwiches left over, which people have spent hours making with care and love. What you do? They didn't want to take them home. So that's when we realized we couldn't throw them away. You couldn't throw them away. It was just evil. So that's when we started taking them to this little homeless shelter under the bridge. And that grew into something, like all these things, it grew into something huge until every Pret in the world was delivering its sandwiches and its salads to the homeless shelters, because it was fundamentally wrong to throw them away. It was just evil. So that's one tiny example of pride. If you take pride in your products, treat the people with a huge amount of respect, and the products. In Italy, we have a half-price sale. So everything is half price. So we don't waste the love and energy and the food. You're better to give it away than and we don't make any money on that. But it's surely, just common sense, isn't it? Pride, pride's very elusive, I can assure you. But it's fundamental.
There are quite a few examples of you making decisions based on common sense or your intuition or your gut feel.
Yes. Yeah.
Things like the joy of Pret, button, giving things away, doing things that feel right.
Yes.
Our intuition is often built off of life experiences.
Yeah.
Sometimes those are beneficial, sometimes they're actually detrimental. Yeah. And so where can you trust your intuition and where are the limits of
it's down to your employer. It comes back to that handcuff thing. A great many employees all over the world are not trusted because of the fear of their bosses and who they report to. So you build a culture where there's no trust at all. So they're not able to make common sense, emotionally engaging decisions. They're just not. They're forbidden. So it's not worth making them, because they'll get into trouble, or someone will get into trouble. Or you build an entire culture where the organization just doesn't accept emotions are quite inconvenient in commerce. So that's something you need to combat all the time. Yeah, it's very interesting. The concept of a loyalty scheme. Itsu actually has a loyalty scheme, which we do give away butterflies to. And it's structured because nowadays you can have an app, and and a great many people value it. But in the old days, when there was no app and there was no means of doing that, Pret used to give away. Yeah, and it was wonderful. We left it up to every single individual what they gave to whom and whenever they wanted. That was a wonderful, uplifting loyalty scheme.
So it sounds like this trust you have in your teams allow people to bring their more emotional, intuitive selves to work.
I'm afraid you have to. Most people are good, I believe in my heart 99% of people are good. I left my phone in a London taxi 2 nights ago, and the taxi driver went to unbelievable lengths to try and find me and get my phone back to me. Really kind, noble man. And I hope I treated him beautifully, but most people are good. You just got to. Bad people are very disruptive, so you need to put your arms around those who are wounded. But especially in retailing, theft is more common now. People are more rude than ever before. It's difficult being a retailer. People I work with get abused all the time. It's horrible.
Can you give a practical example of somewhere where you trust your team where potentially other businesses don't?
I can't really. I wouldn't know because I don't work for other businesses, so I don't really know. But I trust my team and all the people I work with enormously. You have to, otherwise you can't build a business, you see. I mean, we have 2,000 members, 2,000 people I work with. At any one point, I'm only near one or two of them, or if that. So of course you've got to trust them. I trust them completely.
But I'd love to know, what does this look like in practice?
It's too complex. I can't paint a picture of trust. It's too big. It's too fundamental. I don't know where to begin. It's everything. It's earned, isn't it?
How do you earn trust?
Trust is earned by your behaviors, I guess. I mean, you have to take a risk because if there's no time, when you employ someone, you bring someone to your team, it's best you have to throw caution to the wind. You have to trust them, and you just hope that it works out. And when it does, when you see the glimmer of hope, you've got to pile on the rewards and the motivation, because then there'll be more. You know what I mean? You've got to build trust. It's one of our four. We built it. It's been built completely on four, what we call its qualities. I build trust is one of them.
I care, I want to grow, I take pride, and I build
those
trust.
4.
How did you come to those 4?
To me, they were obvious. I mean, they're not right or wrong. You could have had 8, you could have had 10, you could have 20, you could have 1. I don't know. We just landed on 4. Years ago, some brilliant young person I worked with wrote out the 3, and they seemed wonderful to me. And actually, the 4th, I build trust, came later, funnily enough.
Why is that?
Then it just did. I think because when you're a small company, I care and I take pride and I want to grow were more important than suddenly when you find you have 100 people or 200 people, suddenly trust becomes really, really important. But it was less important in the very early days. We were real pioneers, We were on this crusade. We were a tiny group of people.